I'm taking a stand in this video. It may be a bit controversial and upset a few people, but I'm doing it anyway. Here goes. I like using push-on plumbing fittings. There, I said it. It's done. If you're still with me, in this video I'm going to show you how quickly and easily you can repair a leaking pipe yourself with minimal effort, little to no plumbing experience, and only a few simple tools using these push-on fittings. So let's do it. Before we get started, if you end up liking this video, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. Or, if you hate it, well, there's a thumbs down button just for you, and you can also leave your disgust in the comments below. But, if you like these kind of videos, consider subscribing. There's a button down there for that too. You may have heard of these types of fittings under the brand name Sharkbite, but there are other brands out there too, and as far as I can tell, they're all essentially the same. They may even all be made in the same factory for all I know. I've been using these types of fittings for years and I think they're fantastic. I've never had any issues with them, I've never seen one fail or leak. And the real bonus, and the whole point of this video, is they are very DIY friendly. And while they are expensive, they are definitely less expensive than hiring a plumber. The first rule of Pipe Club is you do not talk about Pipe Club. And the second rule of Pipe Club, turn off the water supply. Sometimes you can just shut off the nearest valve if there is one nearby, or you may have to shut it off at the main supply valve. Every situation will be different. You'll just have to figure out the best place to shut off the water in your house. In any case, make sure the water is off and also open several faucets to relieve the pressure in the pipes. Pipe Club. This leaky unit is what they call a whole home water filter, and it is the first line of defense in an elaborate water softening and filtration system. The water in this house is from a community well and has very high mineral content. It's hard water. You can see around the old fittings a buildup of minerals, but no problem, my trusty wrench will loosen those right up so I can remove this old filter, which has a crack in it. Or maybe not. These fittings are so jammed up with minerals I can't even loosen them. What to do? What to do? I know, I'll just cut them off and slip on some push fittings and we're back in business. This handy little tool I'm using to cut the pipe is a ratcheting pipe cutter, and aside from an adjustable wrench, is basically the only tool you need to complete this repair. This one came from Home Depot, but you can pick one up at Lowe's or probably just about any hardware store. And good news, they're not very expensive. If your pipes are PEX instead of copper, Sharkbite makes a special tool for cutting PEX and another tool for prepping the end with a chamfer. Either way, I recommend using one of these cutters, because you want the cut end to be clean and square so the fittings push on and seat well. Check the description, I'll leave links to the tools you'll need if you'd rather order online. Before you push the fittings on the pipe, it's a good idea to make sure the ends are clean. Steel wool works great for that. Also make sure there aren't any burrs, clumps of solder from the old fittings, or anything that may prevent a good seal or that may damage the O-ring inside the fitting. And the same goes for PEX. Check the end to make sure it's not scratched or gouged, which will prevent a good seal. If the PEX is all beat up, just cut it back to a clean section. Now just wipe off any schmutz and just slide the fitting on. Make sure you have it lined up straight and that the inner sleeve isn't all cockeyed, and just push it until you feel it seat. It will kind of lock on, you'll be able to feel it when it's there. Since I just cut the fittings off, I'll need to splice in a short piece of pipe to make up the difference. This straight coupler will handle that no problem. And now, just repeat, adding whatever fittings and sections of pipe you need to complete the repair. If you have threaded fittings like what I needed for this filter, wrap the threads with plumbing thread seal tape to make a watertight connection. Wrap the tape in the direction so it won't unravel as you tighten down the fitting. Just remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And finally, tighten everything down, and then it's time to turn the water back on. Hey, look at that, that's cool. Now we can check for leaks, and if we find any, just retighten any loose fittings or rewrap the threads with tape if needed. And that's it, no more leaks. It's a good idea to check the repair over the next few days, especially if it's your first time, just to make sure everything is sealed up and no new leaks have developed. One hard and fast rule with plumbing is as soon as you touch one pipe, you can cause leaks in other places. But it's okay. Now we know how to fix it. Well, that's it. It's pretty simple. But I would like to hear from you on this one, especially if you have experienced one of these types of fittings failing. I have made a decree that I like these fittings, and I have a lot of faith in their ability to hold just as long as more traditional soldered fittings. But maybe I'm wrong. I kind of doubt it though. The brand I'm using, Tectite, has a lifetime warranty, and I think Sharkbite has a 25-year warranty against leaks. I know warranties are somewhat meaningless, but I dare you to find a plumber that will offer a lifetime warranty on their fittings. Pipe Club.